What?
She usually is recording when you say
I am. I mean, I am now. Can you see it?
What the hell, dude? No, I can't see it.
Yeah,
Are you recording?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We're live.
We are live today.
Yes.
We're episode 27. I'm actually sharing my hat with Snail. This company is like a hemp. They make hemp clothing or whatever. And I told Snail there was a hemp campaign of smear campaign a long time ago in the United States. That's why clothing is made out of cotton and not hemp, because apparently the cotton manufacturers didn't want hemp to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. So
no,
it's slightly more uncomfortable, I feel.
Is it?
Which one? Cotton or hemp?
Hemp.
It's slightly more comfortable.
Do you guys have hemp out there? Are you guys smoking clothing?
They didn't take the THC out. It's really comfortable.
The only thing that I'm not liking about this episode, which is episode 27, and thank you guys for joining us, is that Ness doesn't have a hat on. Snail and I were the ones that kind enough to have hats today, which is cool.
I don't have a hat, guys. I'm not a hat person. I own one hat.
You own a hat?
I own a hat. It's a Seattle hat, though.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, but it'd be for Bungie, right?
That's good.
Yeah. Is there something happening that doesn't include us?
What do you mean?
We're just looking offside the screen.
You're talking my house? My house?
Yeah.
This is going to be perfect for the YouTube viewers. I love it.
Why can't I get centered?
We just spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out how to share pictures with you guys, and hopefully, I hope you guys like it. This episode's going to be just like that.
It's popping.
But, dude, funny story today, guys. I bought a shirt a long time ago. It doesn't fit me anymore, so I contacted the company that makes it, and they told me that I can get one just like it, which is kind of cool. They told me just to go to the store and fill out like one of those like mail-in rebates. So I went in there to the store, mailed it in, wait some time. I got a response back. Then I had to go to another store, which is weird, so I can turn that thing in. And then they gave me like, I guess, material. We're just talking about hemp. They gave me like a shirt that's like, it doesn't have to print on it. Then I have to go to another shirt company to print that shirt on there. It sounds confusing, huh? Kind of like the crap that Bungie's trying to do with our Transmog, huh?
Oh man,
kind of weird, huh? Just so I can get a shirt.
That was a good lead-in. That was a good lead-in.
Just so I can get a shirt.
I was about to say, it's like, man, did they have you shear the freaking goat too?
I like that happy face, man. I like that happy face, man.
That's what I give you for that.
Welcome to another episode of the Three Warlocks podcast, everybody. Thank you for joining us. This is episode 27, and boy, do we have a lot to talk about today. With me, like always, I have Snail and Ness, and I'm your host, Vega. Let's welcome everybody in. How you guys doing?
Good. Hello.
Enjoying your hat, Snail. Always. Hats off to you too. A tip to the hat. A tip to
Guardian
the hat.
Games hat.
Huh? I got Baby Yoda. What?
You got Baby
what?
Yoda taking soup. Oh, I feel weird.
I don't need a hat, yo.
I don't have anything. I mean, I don't have nothing near me. I wish I had more toys and stuff, but I'm an adult, so I don't need toys. Interesting.
Whatever.
But you play a computer game.
I know, I do. We do play a game. Let's just check in with you guys. How was you guys' weeks? Anything exciting happened besides my shirt starting?
I had my COVID jab.
Oh,
yay!
Nice.
Good job, buddy.
Injection one.
Which one? Which company?
Number one,
Oxford.
AstraZeneca.
Okay. Yeah. I'm a Pfizer kid. Pfizer.
We're all representing, right? Moderna.
So
we'll all grow two heads soon.
So you're gonna have to wait a couple of weeks to get the other one, right? The second shot. Okay. Is yours gonna require a booster later on? A booster shot?
I don't know. I didn't read the bump. I just got sat down and poked with a needle.
Oh.
Oh my God,
cool.
you didn't bring
No questions asked. Just sit down and get
questions
poked.
asked.
Wow. Like a little Jiffy Lube.
God,
When it is the UK, they like to queue in the UK. So we queue for no reason whatsoever, just to be stuck with the needle, to then queue to get back out again. And everybody just ask a question.
Oh, man. Be careful with that second one. I know the second shot hits you a little different. It hit me a little different. I was like really tired and achy. The first one didn't do nothing. I felt strong. I felt buff. I felt like COVID-19 could not kill me. But the second one felt like I had it.
Okay. Yeah. Second one, I actually ended up with the fever, the cold chills, like the whole nine. But it lasted maybe a day, and then I was fine.
Oh.
Yeah, I beat it. I beat it, guys.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, this week's
If you
been
get
perfect.
grumpy, is it like snail after 2 a.m.?
Oh, what did you?
Oh, are you referring to last night's Grandmaster?
No, I'm just saying that I get grumpy after 2 a.m.
That's like,
Okay, because that was an accident that me and Vega went to finish the same guy and both died. That was an accident.
It
We didn't
happened
mean
twice.
to do that.
You both went down twice.
it happened twice. We wanted to.
Doing the same thing.
We wanted to kill him.
You
Anyway.
did want to kill him
I saw him.
at the
Listen,
expense
I
of
saw
Snail,
Vega.
who carried you along.
Yeah.
I saw Vega running for the guy that I was trying to kill, so I had to run to that guy. Just so happened, both
I
ran
have
at
to
the same
keep up
time.
with my streak of taking you guys' kills. I have to. I cannot lose.
And I wasn't gonna let it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Snail. I wasn't gonna let it. Sorry,
It was
for
actually
guys.
it's actually a perfect week because Guardian game started. We were able to finish our very first Grandmaster Nightfall. Thank you, Snail. Ness and I did our very first one. We got a new clan member in our clan, so it's been pretty good. Been a pretty good week, man. We've been doing really good.
Good week.
Warlocks are
Godzilla.
kind of Warlocks are kind of in second place, which is kind of weird. Last time I checked the banners, Hunters are kicking ass. And Titans are like, I'm actually more afraid of Titans, man. They're like hiding behind them bushes and like waiting to have their day. That's scary. But yeah, you guys want to begin? Let's talk about the TWAB, break down the TWAB. There's a lot of stuff to talk about there. I believe Bungie has done this maybe once in a great while where they drop like an atom bomb on the community and the community just blows up and like reacts, you know. So this is a reactful TWAB that we're gonna be talking about it. But we're gonna be bringing in a new character to the tower. Adeline, I don't know now. What's her name?
8-1 to you.
Yeah, 801 to me.
Adeline to everybody else.
Yes,
What?
she's gonna be
Adeline?
prepping everything for the armor synthesis, which we're gonna be talking about that a little bit later. Yeah, like I talked about, the Guardian games begin. Hunters and Titans and Warlocks are going through it, finding out, trying to get the competitive spirit going, trying to get those gold, bounties, those platinum bounties done. And the ultimate goal is to win, get that gold placement at the games. Hunters are showing that promise because they're already winning, and because they learned a little bit from last year. The last year just kind of gave up. This year they're bringing in the big guns, and they're actually first place for 2 days in a row. They've been in first place. I haven't checked how they are today, but
First place.
First place. Okay, well that's not very good.
Although it does seem a bit pointless because it finished and then you got the weekend glows. We went to the tower to get our rewards, and she didn't give us anything. And then Jay told us, you have to go to the little platform, and there's an X. So we did that, and I had a little platinum crown, which is great. But everybody had a platinum crown, even those in last place and even those in first place.
Silver.
So what was the point?
No, it was silver. Ours was silver.
It was a platinum crown.
No, it was silver. Okay, it was silver, sir. And the Titan that was next to us had a bronze crown. I don't know what he was on about, that he had also a platinum crown, because he didn't. That was bronze. But yeah, it was a silver crown.
And how could Snail know this, Ness? How could Snail?
I don't know, because he's colorblind.
Doesn't he have colorblind settings? Maybe it could have been purple. It could have been blue for everybody.
Poser, colorblind poser, you.
It reminds me of the other day when you said use the green emote. I was like, there's green ones? I can't see brown.
Oh my god.
How did you even know that hat was freaking gold? That's my question. That's yellow.
This is gold.
All right. Once again, we're going off the rails, guys, like we always do. So let's get back to it. Guardian games are here. Everybody's doing a good job. Everybody's fighting. You know what else is here, guys? Grandmaster Nightfalls are opened up. So all the Grandmaster Nightfalls are open. You can go and hit them. I believe Snail has 3 done, or 3 out of the 6. Is that what you have done?
Yeah, 3 out of 6. Yeah.
3 of 6. So I believe I don't know though. Yeah. I don't know them all by heart, but we did the grand. Which one did we do?
So we just did
one EDZ.
Arms Dealer.
Arms Dealer. That's right. Warren of Nothing's another one. The strike that I like with Oddsot That's another one that's right now. Yeah.
Inside Terminus.
Inside Terminus. And then the other ones were one of
Devil's
the new
Lair.
ones, Devil's Lair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we own, that Devil's Lair, and then the other one's a Fallen Saber, which we don't talk about that one.
That's right.
We don't talk about that one.
But funny thing about that stuff, it's even as we speak, Bungie's developing 3 new weapons. So they're going to be getting rid of the other ones, which I'm about to try something funny in here, which, where'd they go? Trying to look for it here. Is that this? Let me see. There it is. Boom.
Hey.
These are the 3
Boom.
weapons that we have right now: the Swarm, the Palindrome, and the Shadow Price. I believe the Shadow Price is going to be the one maybe featured next week, or maybe the Swarm, not sure. But right now, the last time, guys, this is the last time you can get the Palindrome Adept. So if you haven't had a chance to go into the Grandmaster Nightfalls, try them out. I mean, the one that we did was not that bad. I know Snail kind of cheated, showed us a couple of cheeses, but it's going to be making a return back. Palindrome is going to be coming back about maybe halfway through the next season, with the addition of the 3 weapons that we're going to be getting, the new ones, plus this one's. Looks like we're going to be having 6 total weapons. Am I right, Snail? For one season?
It's a bit confusing. I didn't know how to read it. Are they saying that at the end of the season, when they release all the Nightfalls, we'll have all 6 we can grind for? Or are they? It's a bit confusing.
I thought that we were going to get 3 more on top of these ones, so they're going to be in a constant rotation. That's what makes it sound to me. So we're going to get 6 weapons total next season, and the season after that, maybe they'll add another 3, so that will all have 9 total weapons in rotation. You never know. I mean, they're doing that. So these are cool weapons. There's a Swarm, Palindrome, and the Shadow Price. I mean, other than that, I don't see much going on. I think we can talk about the main important part of the TWAB. We're going to be talking about armor synthesis and guardian appearances, guys. So since the launch of D1, what Bungie really wanted to do is they wanted to have this transmog system. They've always talked about it. They've always dreamed about it. And they pretty much got it done. They pretty much got the idea going, and they gave us, I guess, the rules of what's going to take place, or how are we going to be able to, this transmog is going to be given to us or work for us. And some people didn't really take that idea to heart, and some people, actually everybody, didn't take that idea to heart. For what we read in some of the forums, Twitters, and even Reddit groups, they're pretty upset. And with transmog, a lot of information we're going to have to be going through, but I'm going to have Snail kind of go through that while I figure out some pictures over here so you guys can see what he's talking about.
Yeah, so I can explain that there's a list of steps we need to go through to get our universal ornament, which is quite entertaining, because you're right, it is that you have to go to one shop, to go to another shop, to go to another shop to get it sorted. So first of all, I have to question why we need 3 more currencies, and why we couldn't just stuck to use Glimmer, buy bounty, get what we need. But no, it's harder than that. So complicated, but there's 4 steps. First step, defeat enemies to get Synth Strand. Woohoo! I've got my Synth Strand. Fantastic. Spend my Synth Strand to get bounties to earn Synth Cord. Are you with me? Exciting. Convert my Synth Cord at the tower in the loom to get Synth Weave. Even more exciting. Then I can use my Synth Weave to convert an unlocked armor appearance. Brilliant. It only works on legendary quality or lower. I can pull from collections. So fantastic. So to start, after earning 150, you can then return to Ada to get the bounties. Those 150 is the Synth Strand. It's going to be very confusing with these synths. My vault's always full of loads of rubbish. Do I need another 3 currencies? Probably not. But thank you very much, Bungie, for making it more complicated.
So we've talked about in previous episodes that Bungie wants to get rid of the FOMO aspect of it, right? And
Really?
they're doing a really good job right now, guys. This
right, perfect job.
Winning. Definitely winning.
3 new currencies, like Snail says, and then we're going to be doing lots and lots and lots of bounties. And I believe Ness is going to break down some of those bounties that we're going to be doing. There's quite a few of them, but you know what? Some of those bounties, when I was kind of reading through them, they are going to help the playlist, because have you ever gotten mad at people and said, come on, bank those goddamn motes, or come on,
Yeah.
capture a zone? I mean, these bounties, I'm okay with them. I'm okay with them,
Well,
but we'll have Ness kind of bring them up a little bit. Go ahead.
yeah. Well, these are just examples. So for the Vanguard playlist, we're looking at using specific subclasses, accumulating points in Nightfall strikes. Crucible is going to be capturing zones, completing Crucible matches, defeating opponents. For Gambit, it's going to be defeating blockers and sending blockers and Gambit up, destroying the Primeval. Destination is going to be either destination hunts, defeating bosses at the end of Blindwell. And then the raid is going to be completing the final encounter and generating orbs in dungeons. So these are kind of the same kind of bounties that I feel like we've already kind of done. But the idea is that everyone will be able to be engaged in the whole armor synthesis process. So regardless of what you're playing, there will be bounties for them. So you can actually get your synth strand. So you can buy a bounty, so you can earn some synth cord, so you can convert it into synth weave. They really like that weave thing. So now this is the one thing that I thought was very interesting. If you pick up the wrong bounty, some of the synth strand will be refunded, but not all of it. So be very careful of what you're abandoning.
You want to make sure you make the right choice when picking the right bounty for your, I guess, your reward, so you can get that, I guess, shirt that you already had months, years before.
Yeah, it's a tough choice, hemp or cotton.
Yeah, hemp or cotton. Which one are you guys gonna pick? Because either one of them, or I mean, which we'll talk more about it. You can just go flat out buy it. We'll talk about more about that a little bit later. How many can you earn? That's a question that came to my mind way before I was reading this thing. I was like, okay, perfect. So I'm okay with this. You're making me grind. I like grinding. Grinding's cool. I feel sorry for the blueberries who hate grind, whatever. But this is like forever, right? I can just do any set I want. Oh, no. Bungie says there's a limit to 10 pieces per class, not character, per class. So if you're a hunter main, you might as well get all the hunter main stuff. If you are a warlock main, might as well get your warlock stuff done. If you run 3 characters, you're the guy who's pretty much screwed out of this I guess transmog. Because of the new season of the Redacted, which we don't have an idea what it is. I've heard rumors of maybe season of the Splicer, which I don't know if Snail has some news towards the end of the episode. We'll talk about that. To celebrate the new season, they're going to be giving us 10 more pieces of armor. We can transmog, we can turn them into universal ornaments, and that's going to bring it up to 20. But that's not enough. And that's one of the things that the community has been pretty upset about. They don't really mind. They don't mind the grind of the bounties. We've done that before. They're kind of mad about the 3 forms of currency to get this crap, and mostly mad about the cap about this.
Bear in mind, we've earned all this stuff.
Yeah.
This is all stuff we've earned previously that Bungie have sunset, so I can't use. Now you want me to only have 2 sets. And the annoying thing is, why couldn't they have, if they were going to do 2, you can earn 2 sets per character for that that season. You can earn more, but couldn't I earn all that stuff on the 3 characters and then just use it on my warlock?
Yeah.
Rather than having to use 2 on a Titan, 2 on a Hunter, and then 2 on my warlock. Can I not share it? I don't feel like they got the finger on the pulse of the community and when it came to that. We have to remember they need to fund Eververse, so it feels like this is designed so Eververse isn't forgotten. Because why would you go to Eververse to buy a new armor set when I can just use anything that I've got previously? So I get it. It's to force us to still use Eververse.
Yeah, Eververse is going to keep getting richer, man. As it goes, it's going to keep getting poorer. Here's an example I'll put on the screen. This is kind of the idea of what the appearances of the customization is going to be taking place. As you can see, this person has 5 different various armor pieces when it comes to the selection. One thing that we haven't really talked about a whole lot, and you can kind of see the effects of how the shader system's going to be taking effect too. This person has various different shaders and they have it individualized on each individual piece. So you can kind of tell how this is going to be working out. It looks a little easier to maneuver. You can kind of do that, but these are already pieces that have been transmog or, opened up to universal ornaments. Look kind of nice. Any thoughts, guys?
Yeah, I mean, the next bit moves on to the ornaments that aren't available. And I noticed on there we've got the Leviathan chest, but there's 2 Leviathan chests. One of them's from the Prestige, which is one of the things that it says year 1 ornaments, Vanguard, Crucible, Iron Banner, Faction Rallies, Prestige, Raids, and Trials of the Nine won't be in the transmog due to the way that they were designed, which is kind of disappointing because I would have thought anybody who played Trials of the Nine would be thinking, that's great, I can get my Trials of the Nine gear back.
Correct.
And I was thinking I could use the Prestige Raid gear that I never got the opportunity to use, but I can't.
Yeah.
So that's disappointing to start with. Yeah. So there's another thing that's the community have been shouting out for ages was the Solstice of Heroes armor for 2018, 2019 with the glows, which is another thing that doesn't work with this. I'm like, people have been crying out to use that armor set, and it wasn't even thought of. It seems a bit iffy to me.
Yeah.
But we can use the one we bought a couple of seasons later because that one does work. But they were exactly the same. It's a bit confusing. It's going to get the white glow on the other armor, not going to get all the color ones.
All the other ones you guys unlocked, like I said. So it's a transmog system. Just by listening to the way they're bringing out the limitations, is a transmog system that's not finished, in my opinion. It's still kind of like a work in progress.
Yeah,
this thing is supposed to be launching in about 3 weeks, which is surprising. Which I don't know if they're going to be able to do that, or if they already have plans to do it, because there's a lot of limitations. I mean, some people, the way Bungie wants us to use transmog, it's not the way people or Guardians are going to be using it. They're not going to be, using it the way they intended. They want to buy, they want to collect, they want to go back to things that the nostalgia aspect of it. They want to go back to the earlier seasons, pick up some of the faction rallies armors are like one of my favorites, honestly. I used to have some new Monarch gear. I used to love that, and now I won't be able to use it or unlock it because of the way the new system works out, which is kind of different. But you know what? There's a limit on this stuff. 10. At the beginning of the season, we're going to get 20, but after that, 10 every season. But don't fret, guys, because there's ways we can get more, and this is the way Bungie intended things to get more. Ness, you want to tell us how we can get more?
We can buy it with cash money.
Oof.
That's right, guys. Eververse. She's going to allow you to have a synthweave template, one, for 300 silver, and a bundle of 5 tokens for 1,000 silver. So right now, if you get the whole bundled armor ornament, it's 1,500 silver. So it kind of gives you an idea. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm actually kind of glad that Destiny isn't a play for win kind of game, but they really made the transmog so, I don't know, overly complicated to the point where I have a feeling that people are just going to do one armor set and probably be done with it.
Yeah.
Unless there's a triumph to do more than one, because then Snail will get all of them, right, Snail?
If there's a triumph, I'm going to do it.
So so they said to avoid mistaken purchases, synthweave templates from Eververse can be applied to any class. So
wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So that kind of leads into shaders. So I was kind of mistaken previously, because the way they made it sound was that every shader that we had, we were actually going to be able to keep and just go into collections or whatever, go into your character screen and just select it and apply, and it wasn't going to cost anything. Well, that actually turns out not to be true. It's not going to cost legendary shards anymore, but it still will cost glimmer. So it'll be 500 for one piece to be applied, and it'll be 2,500 for, guess what, an apply all, which I'm actually excited about that, because I'm tired of going through each piece and actually apply a shader, because I always use the same shader. I don't know about you guys, but I don't I don't tend to like use different kind of shaders,
Yeah.
except for helmet. That's usually the only one that I'll allow to kind of be different. So I'm actually excited about that part. So on top of that, you can still buy shaders from Eververse. So it's going to be more expensive. So right now they're 40 bright dust. It's going to actually go to 300 bright dust.
Oof, Jesus.
Yeah, but it's going to be
Inflation.
yeah, I know. But the way they're explaining it is it's going to be a one-time purchase. You don't have to purchase the same shader again, which who kind of really does. Yeah, I don't particularly, I mean, I get it. They're trying to, I like the apply all, but I feel like they're really kind of missing the point of this. What people wanted was everything that they earned to be able to just make it look like that. You know, if they already have the armor, that they should be able to just kind of do something very simple to make it look like you want it to look.
Yeah.
Like I really do like the Coda gear is actually really pretty, especially with that shader that they give you.
I got a real thing about the bright dust, I got to say, because they've said to us, we're going to give you more bright dust.
Yeah, but now we're going to take it away.
But now we're going to take it away by spending. Bear in mind that when you buy a shade of Eververse at the moment, it costs 30. But if I want to buy more, it costs me legendary shards and glimmer, of which I've got abundances of. So now you're taking away from a currency I haven't got abundances of. And the currency I was using, legendary shards, that I've sat on like 20 million, I'm not using.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now there will be a year one shader bundle available at Eververse for Glimmer, no silver required. So they do kind of, it's like they giveth and they taketh away all at the same time. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much the way the process is going to work in a nutshell. Like we talked about in the beginning of the show, there's a lot of people that are not happy with this system. I personally feel that, Bungie, they do a good job when it comes to making a good game. They need the income. It's a little bit weird to do it this way, though. I don't want to take away, food from the table, but at the same time, when you're gypping your entire community of reselling or reskinning something that they already unlocked, it doesn't seem to be fair for us and then fair for them, I feel. Can you guys think of a solution or something that could work for both parties? I kind of have an idea. I just wanted to get your guys' ideas. My idea is do away with the limit. Start with that. Do away with the limit. That way the people who want to grind those things are going to go grind it. If you do not want to go grind it, I have no problem dropping $10 to go get a universal set, whatever I need, because I want it, But if I want to grind something, that's going to make me want to play more. That's going to make me want to engage more. What makes me want to go play with my friends, do more raids, do more strikes, do more gambit. It's going to make me do more stuff. But if you put in things in a limit for me, it just turns me right off. And it also turns off, new players, I feel. I think that would be a good start. Do away with that. Do it with the limit, and then make it open up to whatever character you want. And then I don't mind about the rest of it, honestly. I don't care about the grind aspect. I don't care about the 3 currencies. We've been beaten up by currencies since the beginning of D2. I mean, to this point, I really don't care. Honestly, I don't care. But that would be a start for me. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think they purposely did this.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Snail.
I'm sorry to carry you. But I think they purposely did this because they're worried about Eververse. Because you imagine there's currently hundreds, probably thousands of armor set combinations,
over
probably more than that we can do if they put it unlimited. And who would go to Eververse to buy the new ornaments because they've still got to try all these 1,000 combinations? And I think that's the issue is they're worried about their income. So they had to make something to force people to still have Eververse.
Yes, but there's other.
Why would they worry about her though?
That's what I'm saying.
Because it's the only thing that funds the game.
Well, Amanda Holiday is useless. Have you gone over there to buy a speeder from her lately? I mean, she's useless. So, I mean, why even care? I mean, Ikora was useless. Like, we have plenty of useless vendors right now that nobody really goes to. So for them to be concerned about about Eververse tells me that, hey, guess what? Create some more vanity things that people actually want to pay cash money to buy, but don't overcomplicate it. I mean, I would have actually been happy with a really nice quest, you know, a quest where you open up something a little bit different. Or, I mean, they have all of these old maps. Just open them back up, shake them up a little, you know, dust them off, and give me something. You know, they could have done something with the blind well. They could have done something with what's that? The Dreaming City. Like, they have a lot of stuff that are kind of dying off. I mean, it kind of disappoints me, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, going again with Snell's thought about how they feel, which is probably the most stupidest thing that they're thinking about, but they feel that the Eververse store is going to be useless or going to be obsolete. That is the furthest from the truth right there. That's the wrong thinking, because Destiny players have this mentality. Being a casual with a hardcore mentality player that I am, I brought that up before, is that our Destiny community, there's people and there's players, and there's, you know, a few who want to be first, who want to get a special gear first before everybody else. You cannot take that away from people. If you unlock the cap, you can go get whatever you want. But if you see something in the store that you want to get and show off to your friends, show off to your clan before anybody else, you're going to go out there and buy it regardless. Bungie doesn't know their own people. I mean, come on. I mean, that's what we do. We want to show off, man. I dropped so much money just grabbing that stupid emote to jerk and weight things at people, you know. After I bought it, I looked over and I was like, oh crap, it was available for Bright Dust. I was like, God damn, I guess I should have checked the Bright Dust area. No, I did not. See, and that's something that I wanted to do so I can show everybody else first. So that's the way the community is, you know. We want to show up things, and by them unlocking this for us, it's going to make us, personally, I think it's going to make us use the Eververse store more. I don't know. That's what I think. We already use it enough. Some people do. Other people hate it. They view it as a taboo. Don't touch it. Don't give Bungie money. Bungie needs money, man. You know, they have families to feed. They have video games to make. You think that anti-cheat stuff that you guys been crying is free? Oh no, that stuff costs money. You think the seasons that we're getting powerful stories? Snell, if I were to tell you that this game, just the beginning of this season, if I were to tell you, hey, I have this storyline, I have this missions, I have all this. Oh, by the way, Snell, this is only going to cost you $10. Wouldn't that blow your freaking mind?
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, these things are cheap. Bungie is giving you a bunch of cheap stuff, but it's amazing storyline, amazing things. You know, besides Crucible, which we'll talk about that later. But I mean, the storylines, the missions, the proving grounds. I mean, dude, this is $10, man. I mean, come on, $10. I wasted $10 on lunch today, and it was horrible.
It was not worth it.
It was not worth it. I mean, that's another thing we may have to talk about in the future. Maybe Bungie is making this season a little too cheap, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There was a thing, a few, you remember when 0 Hour came out and they were talking about 0 Hour, and the 0 Hour budget came from the initial setup of Eververse store, the rebrand of Eververse store. Correct. And their first couple of months gave them enough money to build 0 Hour.
Where do you think the Persage came from?
Which shows that the more we spend it, the more quality content we'll get.
Yeah, we don't know where the Persage came from. That probably could have come from the store as well. I mean, yeah, and that's a good dungeon, right?
What was the last thing that we had? What the hell was that last thing that we had that had all the emotes and everything like that? It probably came from that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I mean, the bundles.
And it's disappointing too, as far as like what you were talking about with the glows. I know I spent cash money for Purple Glow, and now I can't use it. You know.
I mean, they're working on it. I mean, they're working on it. They should have announced an unfinished idea, because it looks like to me what they did is they had something. I mean, whatever decisions they're making, it's obviously from the higher ups. It's not from the developer team. It's not. There's always been a conflict between the people at the bottom and the people at top. They had to throw this out there so they can get some feedback, and obviously the feedback was exactly what they were thinking was going to happen. I mean, come on. What's probably going to happen is Bungie's going to come out 2 TWABs later on and says, hey, you know what, we heard you guys, we're going to be making this change,
Mhm.
but we can't change everything. This is the way it's going to be. But at the same time, I mean, meet us halfway, man. Or don't even meet us there. I mean, give us the benefit of the doubt. Dude, we're going to still love your game regardless, but just don't treat us like we're nothing, you know, we're nobody. Because we obviously, you know, spend money to play this game. We spend time away from our families. Gotta spend time away from our families, which is awesome. Just so we can play the
Thank
game. Just so we can play the game, you know, just, I mean, meet us halfway or just give us the benefit of the doubt. I mean, believe in your fan base, man. I don't
Mhm.
know. This is too much to take
It's,
in, man.
it's funny that it happened in a week where other people misread the audience. So I'm thinking of probably the biggest news story in sport this week was the football teams, well, the owners of football teams, of 6 Premier League teams especially, misread the audience. They thought that they could break away and go their jolly own and make a league with no relegation to earn themselves some money, but forgot about the fact that they fund the pyramid of football that was going to fall apart without them. And suddenly, after uprising and people campaigning, they've all backtracked and binned the league, and everybody's apologised. But it just shows that people have no idea of their audience sometimes, completely oblivious to people out there.
I don't know. I never heard about that in the news. Ness, did you hear anything about
It's-
football or
You
I
did hear
think-
about it because
I
you
think
asked me
it was
about it.
about soccer.
so,
I think
oh,
it was
so,
soccer.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm lost. Is this about Formula One? Is this about
No, Formula
is this-
51?
is this about Jimmy Bobby? Is it Jimmy Bobby stuff? Is it
Jimmy Bobby!
story?
I'm going to my happy place. You carry on.
No, I understand. I understand your point. That does make sense.
I feel bad. I feel bad though, because I feel like sometimes they are genuinely excited about putting this out there. And then the community just bashes them. Like
Yeah.
I mean, in the long run, transmogging is cute. It's not what totally makes the game though.
Yeah.
Like I want to look good, but if it's, you know, if I'm going to Nightfall, okay, yeah, I do change my shaders and stuff because you have to have the right colors on. But you know, you're looking at your gear stats, not totally what the gear looks like. You know what I mean? So it's a plus, but it's not totally necessary. Though we like it, you know. They should make it a little easier. But I feel bad. I feel like you're like you said. I don't think they have that finger on the pulse.
No.
They came out and they're like all happy, and we're like, whatever. And
I mean,
they're all.
if they would have said, "What do
I'm
you think about
surprised we're in
this?"
this-
You know, if they would have said, "What do you think about this?" That would have been perfect. Okay, it's awful. It's an awful idea. But no, they said this is what's going to happen in season 14, and you're like, "Whoa, getting snowballed."
They're like, look, and we're like.
I mean, I'm surprised we got to that stage. I mean, I've just done a project recently for a business where I had to consider what the consumer was going to be using. So to me, if you're setting up something like that, you've got community managers, put your finger on the pulse, let's do some market research. What do you think? Yes, no, does that work? In order to do my project, I had to consult people to get people's views before I went ahead. That's how you work in business. You don't just go ahead regardless and then think, oh, people are unhappy. Did you speak to anybody? No. Well, it's not surprising then, is it?
It's horrible.
And it's not like they don't have these ways to do it. They have so much social media out there. They have their Twitter account. They've got their Instagram. Like there's ways that they can engage the audience and kind of take polls like they did for the dinos versus the other ones that lost.
The monsters.
The other ones that lost.
Yeah, they care about that, right?
Yeah, but that's the way to do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't know. They have all these ways that they can use, but they just.
Like I said, this decision came from higher ups, maybe some heavy hitters, you know, some shareholders. You never know. I mean, it came from somewhere, and then they want to obviously, you know, make money. It's a game. It's a business at the end of the day. It's just sad, but we can talk about this all day, every day, guys. I'm actually looking forward to whenever they bring out the next 12, man. They're probably going to be saying a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff is going to be discussed. But let's talk about some Prime rewards. If you guys look at your screen for those YouTube viewers, you can kind of see the rewards you're going to be getting, I believe, this week. because the Guardian games are starting, and obviously the Hunters won this weekend, which is lame. But
Lame.
some of the exotic rewards you're going to be getting is that spicy ramen exotic emote. It's kind of cool. You're going to be getting the Ikora Resolve exotic ship, Future Perfect Shell exotic ghost, and the Jagged Dark Sun legendary sparrow. These are there for you, and they're always free, which is kind of nice. I believe they have their stuff working now where you can get their rewards going, right? I think at one point they had some problems with their prime rewards. I think that they got it all fixed. But if you have any questions, concerns, anything, you can always find the information on Prime Gaming support articles. All right, guys, let's move on to fair game. The 12 continues. Over the last few days, we've been tracking some interesting issues that we introduced with Guardian games. Titans having invisible arms. That's hilarious. Contender cards taking up 2 slots in quest inventory. That was interesting too, which we tried to do. Didn't work for us. And a few other things. So we are going to be deploying some fixes, and these are going to be some of the known issues. So with that, like always, we typically go with Ness, but that's a little bit later. Snail, let us know something about the season of the Chosen Seal.
Yeah, it wasn't really a known issue. It was just a warning more than anything else, isn't it? So it was in the wrong column, I think, from their 12. But just a warning that if you want the season of the Chosen Seal, the actual pin badge, you have to finish the seal by end of the season. In order to do so, you've got to finish the Passage mission with scannables over a 3-week period. So there's 3 weeks left. So you've got 3 opportunities to go in and get the scannables from each week, which is one of the seasonal challenges of the seal. So well worth, if you want to go in and get that nice little badge at the end, doing that starting this week.
I wish I knew which week I was on. I think I've been scanning crap left and right. I don't know. I think I'm in week 12. I don't know. I don't know. One day I
see your screen.
Dude, one day I scanned 2 things.
I wasn't with you last time, so I couldn't see.
You can't see me. Well, one week I scanned 2 things, and then this week I scanned like 9 things, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, okay, and it's confusing. Well, I'm gonna have to watch a video on how they do this, seriously, because I don't even know what week they're on. I think this is the 3rd week, 4th week, or something like that.
It doesn't matter. You start, if you've done one of them, you'll always be on the 2nd week. If you've done 2 of them, you'll always be on the 3rd week.
Okay, I think I've done 2 of them.
So you're always on the 3rd week.
So now I'm in the 3rd week. So now I can scan the little robot. I think I've been trying to scan that little robot for the life of me come next week. All right. Well, we get to the part of the TWAB, which we go to our correspondent on the scene. Ness, can you hear me? Ness, you there?
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Vega. Thank you.
We're going to be talking about some known issues. Take it away, Ness.
Yes. All right. So there's something wrong with the contender armor for Titans. You guys can read about it. There's certain shaders that are actually taking away the glow from the Eververse Warlock Guardian Games Universal Ornament set. That's important. The one Fell Strike Triumph must be completed in Vanguard or Nightfall Strikes playlist and claimed before the strike ends, though they are actually working on allowing you to complete it in the Guardian Games playlist. Contender cards are no longer taking a quest slot for Guardians in the inventory, but a couple players have encountered that they actually have to reset it. So you have to go to the tower and then go back to orbit, which will reset the whole thing and remove that from your inventory.
Okay.
I don't know if, oh yeah, the 0 hours scrap. Is that the one that we got, Snail? The 0 hours.
No, it's the one if we did 0 hour and did all the puzzle, which I never did. It's the ship that falls apart.
Apparently the engines aren't working.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move on. There's something wrong with the hunter stuff. Let's move on. Ophidian's aspect ornaments, the coaxial bonds, no longer display the SIVA particles on the Warlock's right arm. Metropolitan frigate ship wing animation is displaying poorly when you're warping into a destination.
Mm-hmm.
The quick charge mod doesn't increase the ready speed for shotguns at all, which is nice. I'm glad. I always get killed by shotguns. The mini Mida tool, the kill tracking is not working when master worked. The regional chest in Trostland and EDZ is still showing unclaimed for a lot of players that have actually claimed it. And that's really the list right now. Mind you, there is a complete list of known issues, so you can go ahead and look at that article. A lot of the stuff that we have said previously are still on there. This is just the known issues at this moment. So, yay!
All right, we're back in the
Back to you,
studio.
Vega.
Thank you.
The studio.
Back to the studio. Yep. The author of this TWAB was GMG, and because of this poll that he did on Twitter, he's a warlock. I told him
Yay!
to represent the warlocks, but I don't know if the community is pro warlock or anti warlock, because the voting was a lot for him specifically to use a warlock, which is hilarious. He's a hunter main, I believe. So
Yes.
he's pretty much looking forward to competing, taking out the Titans, taking out the hunters. He's going to be enjoying chucking Nova bombs here and there. He's loving it. From what I hear on the Twitter, he's loving the warlock class, which is kind of nice. We are looking forward to our victory come May 9th, 10th, and 11th, where we celebrate our first place win. And I guess the only thing we can do now, guys, is try to go through some of our old sets, see what we're going to be thinking about, making it a universal ornament now. Hopefully Bungie listens to the cries of the community. Hopefully Bungie listens to the response and may do some changes. I already gave my opinion of a quick solution. A little bandit on a broken foot. Obviously we need surgery at this point, but I mean, give us those ornaments to those who want to grind them. Give us unlimited currencies or whatever the hell you want us to do. We'll do bounties left and right, but let us have that at least.
Mhm.
Giving us 10, which in reality is only 2 sets total per season, or 4 for the upcoming season. That's a little slap in the face. I believe there's a Twitter user. I don't have the whole schematics next to me or the whole information. It's a Twitter guy who broke it down. If you guys have a chance, search for it. It's hilarious. How much time it would take you on their current system to unlock all of the sets. And I believe it said it was 31 years to do it.
Oh
and
my God.
if you were to physically buy it, all of them, it'll be like in the thousands. Like we're talking about like tens of thousands to do it. So I mean, Bungie needs to look at that and be like, what the F are we doing? Because if it's going to take me 31 years to unlock every single, that's more for a collector. Obviously, that's a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I want to go to the ones that I like, the ones that are more nostalgic to me, blah, blah, blah. But there's other people out there who like collecting things and want to have all of them. You never know. Switch things around. More options, the better. But 31 years and over tens of thousands of dollars to do this, that's a little too much, man. I don't know. But
I agree.
yeah, that's pretty much the TWAB for the week, guys. There was some breaking news now. You have something trending on Twitter, you're telling me? Besides Transmog? Besides Transmog? That was ticking.
It comes to something when Transmog trends on Twitter. It's a bit scary.
Story time? Let's go. Story time. Let's go.
Story time
jumping
with
ahead.
Snail. I know.
Story time with Snail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to your story time. I actually have a nice little picture that Snail sent to me. Because before we start the story time with Snail, I want to put this picture up and you guys let me know what we're going to be talking about. Where's it at? That
Wait,
right there.
technology.
It's a champion right there. See that? That is the champions of the Guardian games. All right, so boom. Where are we, guys?
Where are we?
We're in the glass vault.
Glass
Right?
vault.
We're in the vault
glass.
of glass.
Yeah. So Snell's had his investigation hat on with his magnifying glass. Has been looking for clues into what's going on with Vogue and what Ikora would be up to. So we already know that Ikora is returning to have some main story time. So then got me thinking, well, what could she be involved in? And if you remember from loading into Vault of Glass, Ikora did all the talking loading into the raid. She was also very close to one of the people that was actually part of the initial fire team that went into the raid, Pradith, and we'll come back to that name in a minute. Now, Atheon is obviously the boss in that raid. and he was able to control time itself. And Vogue, Vogue Glass, is a pocket dimension where past, present, and future meet, and you can see everything basically, which is why people can get lost in that particular area because you could be anywhere at any one point. So the first fire team that went in was 3 Guardians in Kabir, Pradith, and I can't say his name. Farnin, I think it is, something like that. Yeah, he was the only one to survive. The others, Kabir was erased in reality, and Pradith was lost in the vault and lost in time. But the only reason we know he exists is because his ghost survived, and his ghost ended up with Ikora at one point, I think, from reading the initial lore and stuff. So there's a big story around what those 3 Guardians did. If you played the original, you would understand that if it wasn't for Kabir, then we wouldn't be able to get back into the vault, and we couldn't have defeated Atheon at the time, because he sacrificed his own light to give us opportunity to get into the vault. And loads of people have theorized about the fact that Pradith could return at some point. And funny enough, there's been loads of hints of that throughout many years. And it was only by going back and having a look at different bits of Reddit that I found some of this information. So firstly, Pradith is a warlock, which is interesting itself, because it'd be nice to have another warlock back, since we've got loads of Titans dotted around, and our only other warlock has lost its ghost. So it'd be nice to have another warlock. So he's an interesting character to bring back. In the original D1 game, there was a secret area in the Paradox mission that triggered a conversation with Pradith. And in that, it talks about the fact that he still existed across time, and it triggered lots of stuff. So it talked about his ghost and those bits. Interesting that also there's a couple of lore pieces that say Pradith fall isn't over because it hasn't happened yet, and will it happen again? And then there was a piece that said, so the Vex predicted their own annihilation. When did they believe this world happened? Can calculations of minds the size of planets be wrong? And then bizarrely, in the season The Undying, Pradith was mentioned in one of the lore pieces, which I've forgotten all about. But in one of the lore pieces, it said that Pradith was watching from a cell, and trying to work. It went on to say a few bits, but basically he was trying to look for a way out of where he was trapped. And bizarrely, in Bungie's launch of Vogue, the top title was called Pradith's Revenge. Now, I could be referring to the weapon, I get that, but there's too many hints that Pradith could return at some point. So is this why we're going to the Vault of Glass? And I thought it was worth mentioning, because he is a more interesting character than just that, because he was part of the Future War Cult. He was the guy that was involved in discovering Oryx's power to take. So that is interesting, because that's all about the darkness. And because we're coming to fight the darkness, are we going to get to a stage where Pradith is involved because he knows about the darkness? And do we need to get him out to solve some mysteries? And I thought it was worth mentioning, just while we've got some downtime in the story.
No, that's actually pretty good. You know, as a warlock, legitimate, I'm pretty sure he's done a lot of reading, a lot of research, so it makes sense for him to know all that stuff, like you mentioned to him. The thing that blows my mind, though, talk about 3 warlocks. How difficult is the Vault of Glass for you guys? I mean, I know Snail, you played it once. Ness and I played it multiple times. That's pretty hard, right? I mean, going in there kind of, it wasn't easy, but Snail said Pradith, Kabar, and Payden went in there.
Payden, yeah.
Yeah, that's three Guardians. I'm still surprised that Takeo took a team of 9 and
it didn't survive.
It didn't survive. That's a little jab of Takeo. went in there with a team of 9 and couldn't.
But it was Savathun, so
Still, this guy can reverse time or undo
I
time,
know.
and
I feel like Atheon was stronger, but perhaps not.
I'm sorry, that just made me laugh. I was like, a team of 3 going into the Vault of Glass? The hell? That's like suicide. I'm like,
Nice.
oh, the girl took 9 people with her. They all died. Eris Morn took 6. She was the only one that lived too, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to say
And she
anything,
came
but
back with no eyes.
maybe the raids might not be a thing for the ladies. I don't know. I mean,
Shut your face.
oh man, that was actually pretty fun.
man.
That's pretty good. Nice. I did not know any of that stuff. So pretty good.
Mm-mm.
That's a good
I did
little
not.
hint or a little, I guess, theory you have of why we're going back to the Vault of Glass. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I know Ikora is
Put it
gonna
out
be
there. It might not
excited.
happen, but it's my excitement.
No, I know Ikora is going to be excited to be a part of a season, season, because she hasn't been a part since the Undying.
Maybe they can't afford
Yeah.
the actors anymore.
Well, I don't know.
And that's an
Just-
interesting bit. Not apart since the Undying. Well, that is the same time they mentioned Praedith.
Makes sense. So that is true.
Now, are you gonna wear that hat like from here on out?
Until we win, right, Snell?
Guardian Games, I've got the gold hat on to resemble the fact that we're going to win Guardian Games.
Please, it's a brown hat to you. I was just asking. It looks
What do you
good.
mean? It's pink, isn't it?
Well, guys, that was pretty much the episode 27. Hope you guys like
Awesome.
it. I know Bungie dropped a bomb on us. Looking forward to the next TWAB, see if they respond. Which I have a feeling the next TWAB might be more about the sandbox changes. I think they're going to create a distraction on us, which that's either going to make the community happy or it's just going to make things even worse. So next week is going to be a fun show. Thank you, Snail, once again for helping us out on the Grandmaster Nightfall that Ness and I got.
Yep.
Funny story about that. Ness, after the I'm sorry if I'm asking you a personal question here. After we finished the Grandmaster Nightfall and we beat the boss, what was your rewards? Kind of curious.
I got an adept palindrome.
Oh, what was the adept perk on it?
Oh, it was overflow and something else. That was pretty nice. I mean,
Really?
I think it was Godzilla or Rob said those were actually good rolls. Wow,
That's
what'd you
good.
get, homie?
Well, actually, I'm more excited about what Snail got. What did you get, Snail?
What'd you get,
that?
Snail?
I got, I know this is going. I got 2 golf
Oh.
balls, an exotic armor piece, plus another adept palindrome, of which that is
Another. So
the
you
3
got
already had.
you got one.
Another.
Oh, so he has more. Okay, that's good.
Wow. Did you dismantle it?
Yes.
He
Of
did.
course.
Okay.
Of course.
Well, that's
Yeah.
I'm really happy for you guys.
Yeah. What did you get?
What'd you get?
An Umbral Ingram, which those are hard to find.
Those
They're
are so
difficult. They are.
difficult.
You're right.
Difficult to. I believe I saw.
That is special.
I send you a screenshot. I believe I got a golf ball too, which those are really hard to
Mhm.
find. Those are kind of important.
Nice.
What else did I get? I believe I got maybe a blue, maybe a blue gun.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then an exotic piece that was something that I already had once I cashed it out, and also I got a bronze medal.
what?
A bronze medal.
What's your palindrome?
Oh, I didn't get one.
Oh,
Wait, I got a platinum medal
Yeah,
for that.
I got a bronze medal. Got a
But
bronze
I
medal.
did get 2 blue armor pieces of that.
I mean, the thing that made me
basically.
mad was the bronze medal. I'm like, what the hell? This is supposed to be a
Yeah, I got
hard end thing.
platinum.
Okay, whatever. Cool, interesting. And then
Wow.
you guys were like, hey, I got a palindrome. Yay, palindrome. And then a depth, and I didn't get nothing. Bungie, what are you trying to do to me?
Have you looked since? Because maybe it's in there now. Maybe it just took a
You know,
little
the most
time.
hilarious thing is you asked me that multiple
Yeah.
times, and we have this on video because I was streaming that day. Thursday fun day is my day to stream. And an hour and 52 minutes into the stream, you can see when I get my rewards. And my face says it all. I'm like, all right. And I'm trying to play it off. I'm like, oh, it's cool. Don't worry about it. I'm good. But inside of my mind, I'm screaming, man. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh man, that was fun. It was fun though. But thank you so much, Neff, for helping us out. You did give us some help, some
that was
pointers and
awesome.
tips. So we'll definitely have to run that again. So hopefully I can get another Umbro Ingram, another bronze medal, maybe an exotic.
We'll run the other easy one.
Okay, there's another easy one. Perfect. It's good
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah.
There was a classic story for tonight. I got to tell you before we disappear off, because we did what's the Prisoner of Elders one? What's that? Water and Nothing
Word of
tonight.
nothing. Yeah.
Got all the way to the boss room. Really, we were testing, so didn't really have the right weapon set up, but we knew we were just going to melt the boss with Jesus Beam at the end. So anyway, got all the way to the boss room. We all fire at Jesus Beam, and he's got like a quarter of his health left, and then he goes into that fire thing. So I hide in a little alcove. Rob and Jay hide the other side, and then he comes out of that area, and we think we'll just finish him off. I step out and get stomped on. Rob gets stomped on from the other side, and Jay goes, "Oh no, everybody's dead," and then dies. And then we go back to orbit. We're like, ah. And then to cap it off, Rob says, "Oh, there's a cheese for this room. We can go hide over here." You could have mentioned that at the start.
Yeah.
So you guys were like right there, right? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. But at least you guys went in pretty blind. So that's good. At least
Mm.
once you get more prepared, you guys can figure it out. Plus that little cheese. I'm actually looking forward to it. You should definitely stream the Proving Grounds. I want to have you guys do that, which I think it might be the grandmaster that you guys will probably be more satisfied once you guys get it done. I think it's probably one of the hardest ones, because if the other ones have taken you guys a good chunk amount of time, I mean that one will probably take you guys 2 hours to do it.
Yeah,
because it's pretty fun. But yep, like we said, guys, all the grandmaster nightfalls are open. Go check them out. Go try them out. Get your first completion. Do not get your palindrome like I did. Have fun. Enjoy yourselves. This is good. Episode 27. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Vega6417. That is my gamer tag. You can find me on Xbox Live. My Twitter handle is Jasubius. Add me. So far so good, man. I've been streaming on Thursdays. My Twitch channel is twitch.tv/TripleVega. And I've been having a good time. Every Thursday is always fun. I like having new people join in, chat, TLC gang. Thank you so much for helping out, supporting. We love you guys. Thank you. Ness, your turn.
All right. My name is Lyness1. I'm available on Twitch and Xbox, so please follow. I also have a personal Instagram, AlexisV1, and I also run the Genuine Apathy Instagram, genuine_apathy on Instagram. So please send me any messages. We also do help out people who send us a message for activities or anything like that if you're having a hard time. And for TLC, love you guys. Thank you so much for, hanging out with us the other day. It was very entertaining. PvP is always fun with you guys. Snap.
I'm Wooden Snell 2268. Yes, you can believe there are quite a few of us apparently. You can find me on Twitch. I will be streaming on Saturday night, so I've been told, because I have to follow a schedule apparently. I can't just randomly turn up now and again and expect people to be there apparently. You can find me on Instagram under Wooden Snell 1 yet again as another one of us. But in the main, just look for me on Xbox 2268 before you forget.
Yep. And I'll be streaming on Wednesdays.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to the Vault of Glass. The TWAB was really informative, man. Got the prime rewards. All the stuff is going to be happening. The customization with the shader system, and also the way where things are going to be looking with Transmog. It was a good episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll leave you here with the champions of the Guardian games. Right there. Those are the Warlocks, baby. Let's go. Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.